think I was going to come in hot?
Woo! Yeah.
There you go. You sound just like me with that.
375.
Yes.
Friends. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I am doing really well. I'm over the 1,000-degree temperature, and I'm really trying to wear some sweaters.
1,000 degrees.
And then I walk outside, and I'm like, I'm sweating. But whatevs, I look cute.
You do look cute.
Thanks.
And you've really been responsive to my like fall transition wardrobe speaking.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am like this close. And for those of you who are listening, since this is a podcast, I'm putting my fingers very close together to wearing a turtleneck. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I've worn the looser one, but in like the sweater type.
Yeah.
Because like
in Pittsburgh.
it's breathable, and here.
Oh, wow.
But not the fitted one,
No.
because that's too sweaty.
extreme.
That's
Too
not.
sweaty.
It's not ready for that.
Hence the name,
Yup.
sweater. Well,
Yes.
I'm just happy to be here with you. I was wondering about the response to your, boyfriend news.
Yes.
Has it just been overwhelmingly positive?
Like so nice.
Any weird negative people?
Like a few, but like
Really?
just delete the yeah. A couple of people got blocked.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but
Blocked? You never do that.
I know it's really because they just like kept bugging other people too.
Yeah.
Where like somebody would be, and it's the comments of like, weren't you just married? Didn't you just? And then somebody will say, oh no, she listened to the podcast, and they'll be like, well, I don't need an update on her life, and da da da. Well, then don't comment.
That's so
that
fascinating.
stuff where I'm like, okay, wait a sec. So you like don't want the updates on my life, but when I do like just live my life, and it like doesn't fit whatever you want my life to be or look like, then I don't know. It just like it's confusing and blah blah blah.
The timing thing is awkward on social media because if you wait to announce the disillusion of your relationship, then
correct.
They
100%.
think it just happened.
Correct.
And I think that's especially true for celebrities
Yes.
for whom, it could be like a
God.
year before they even say anything.
And most couples, well, like the studies show that couples that get divorced usually, like somebody starts thinking about 2 years before they get divorced.
Yeah.
So that's like when I moved out the first time.
They didn't really know too much about that.
Because, I think it's not fair to the other person. I'll share a bunch of stuff. Yeah. When the big things happen, I mean, I share everything on here. I feel like I'm super...
Yes, transparent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's happening right now?
Adam's creeping in the background.
So
Sorry.
weird.
No, I said it.
We are rolling.
But
Get out of here.
he was just like, he was being a sneaker. And he was like trying to be quiet. Then I was like trying to give him the look. And then I think he thought the look meant it's okay to talk. And then I panicked. It was a whole thing. But now this is a great bit.
This is a great bit. Well,
Yes.
I'm glad everyone knows now that you found a lovely person to admire.
I feel like I didn't
enjoy.
get to talk a lot about how we met, did I?
Not too much.
Yeah,
you
because
just said he
everybody
was a
kept
camper.
asking that.
Yeah.
And how, like, well,
Yeah,
so
you
I guess
breezed
I did that.
by
Yeah.
the best part of the story.
Right.
Because somebody, I believe, asked you, like, is this one of your Tinder dudes? And you were like, no.
I was like, no. And that was one of my favorite things about that post, were all the camp people who were like, yay, camp for life. Because if it, not anybody can meet anybody at any time, whenevs, and it's all fine, and it's everybody else's business.
Yes.
But I do kind of see how, like, that would have been different. That would have been very quickly for me to
that's a good point.
Fall in love with somebody.
Yeah.
Like right off of
Get serious.
Yeah,
yes,
that I had
good
never
point.
met before.
Yeah.
But we were kind of joking that like we've actually like played the real long game. Like it was
Really?
it was like 10 years in the making.
Yeah, there was a foundation there.
Yes. Yeah. So it's been we met, and he was a camper and I was a counselor. And like I said, I just remember like looking at him being like, that kid's going to do some cool stuff in his life.
Yeah.
And then he became a counselor, and I got to see him with the little kids, and that was so funny and so cute. He like my favorite years. He had the youngest kids. And those guys, he was like, I had to keep my eye on him 24/7 because God forbid you turn around and one of them's drowning in a puddle, because that's really what it's like. And he said he had one kid who wouldn't keep his pants on and would just stand up on every chair like
Kids
dancing
so
with in his underwear. And he's like, dude, gotta put your pants on. And they had another kid that was a runner who would just take off running,
Yeah.
which is just like he's like, hold on, I'll be back. Had to chase after him.
Yeah.
And like those kind of things are so funny. So, you know, when you've seen somebody like do funny skits and like dress up, you know, he's a big fan of costumes.
Oh my God.
And, you know, like all that kind of stuff. So you kind of like see what kind of person somebody is and how conscientious someone is. And
I get to meet him tomorrow, you guys.
that's right.
Ren asked me out on a date.
He totally did. He was like, so, Sarah, do you think, like, you know, maybe I would win? Like, well, really, he was like, well, so, like, when do I get to meet Susie? And I was like, oh, right. Yes, I can do that.
Maybe he already senses that I'm Team Ren.
Oh, he does.
Like, if you guys break up, I'm on his side.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen. We're in the long haul.
I know. Yeah.
And there's not one ounce of doubt.
I already told Sarah I have her wedding speech prepared.
That's real
the
funny.
one that I'm going to toast their, you know, someday marriage that I'm predicting right now. On this episode, 375, I am predicting an impending marriage.
That's real funny.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so we're just having fun and getting a lot of rock climbing in, you know.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, Suze. How's it over here at the old Butler Palace?
Well, we took a little road trip to San Diego.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And, well, we were at Legoland. That was why I took that picture with that Lego guy.
Oh, right, that makes sense. I was like, where was she?
And one notable moment was we went to dinner and they had this special crab and they were like really selling it. He was like, you know, on Deadliest Catch, like they catch these things. It's like a big deal. And I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. And so it's like way overpriced. Like I should definitely not have gone for it, but I did. And because I sold it as this is an experience.
Right.
Because you get to go back in the kitchen, pick it out of the tank.
Oh, this is a whole thing.
Lincoln got a picture with the damn thing.
Okay, that's
Sarah, this thing, it was 8 pounds. And it was... Wow. It's really not it's not an earth creature. I believe it's an alien.
I do kind of look at those underwater things and I'm like, yeah, alien life. That they probably do look like what we think in science fiction movies.
It was so insane. Like I'll show you the picture with Lincoln because it just feels
like how
wrong.
How big with are we talking?
Like the middle bit, like the body
like
was
size
like
of a dinner plate.
That, yeah,
dinner plate. Got it.
And bulbous, you know.
Like that word and you're giving me the thing that I have.
Well, I just meant to say not flat, but like
totally that
cylindrical.
There's something about it being a secret, like. Oh, why does it do that to me?
It was crazy. It was so good, though. But then the lights went out in the restaurant, which was particularly notable because I really don't know what happened, but apparently it was the whole block.
Wow.
And so we were eating this monster like by candlelight, like Ben Franklin would have done. But that was about it.
Did that, you think it make you, because remember how we were talking about, a long time ago you brought in this article about how eating popcorn with chopsticks.
Yeah.
Makes you enjoy it more and like the movie more? Was that it? Or was it just liking the popcorn more?
I think it was just the popcorn. Okay. But I would say that it would
probably work, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that maybe the novelty of like the lights going out and eating by candlelight and that being made this experience of the crab and that dinner even more fun?
Definitely more memorable.
Yes. Which in turn probably.
And then the bill that came also made it memorable.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
God. It was just one of those like, MP, like market price next to it. I mean, like not a real price.
It's by the pound. There was the pound price was
Lord.
listed, but it was tragic.
That's like math you have to do.
And I said, Adam, I'll talk about it on the show. Like as if that somehow.
Right. Like we can write this off because like totally it's like, there you go. Yeah. If you're an Alaskan king crab out there and you'd like to sponsor the podcast.
Alaskan king crab.
Put it. Right. Look at the little crab marketing guys are like.
Do you feel bad for those guys in the tank?
You know what? Not so much because lobsters are in the same family as cockroaches. They're really cockroaches of the ocean. They just taste really good, delicious, dipped in butter. Mm-hmm. Which makes me wonder about cockroaches come the apocalypse. Maybe fry those up, dip them in butter. They might not be half bad. I don't know.
I can't believe no one's done that.
They probably have. I mean, I do love fried crickets.
Well, if you want fried crickets in the middle of the night or in the morning or whatever, you can order them on Postmates.
Yes, I could.
You could be like, you know what I'm craving? Cockroach.
Yeah, well, I was craving Mediterranean the other day, and so I used Postmates.
That's probably better. You're always craving Mediterranean.
I know.
It makes
Luckily,
me crazy.
Ren is too, so it's fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
God, I
know.
hate that about you.
I know.
It's like
That's
my
like where
least
we
favorite
don't.
thing
Isn't
about
that
you.
weird? Yeah.
It's
They
the
like
only thing.
Mediterranean food. Get out.
If you need red wine at 4 p.m. or sushi at 9 p.m., whatever your needs are, you can Postmate it. It's so convenient. If you haven't tried it, I don't really know what you're waiting for because this happens all the time where you're at home and you're like, I need this thing, and then they will bring it to you. So it's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They'll bring it right to your door. You don't have to go to the store. And it's an app on your phone that you can download for free. So why aren't you doing it? For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and then use our code BRAINCANDY. That's code BRAINCANDY for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Download Postmates and save with code BRAINCANDY.
Sorry about that ding dong in there. I went to go put my phone on silent. Why on the Apple Watch do they put this?
That is so
makes
dumb.
no sense.
Yes.
Like the default setting, because people are going to be like, yeah, you can change them. Yeah, I understand that. But the default one, because I wouldn't have wanted to change them unless there was a problem like this. The button to silence it is right next to the button to make that annoying ping your phone. Well, not annoying when you don't need it. Wonderful when your phone is lost, but
True.
Noise.
Yeah, if you're putting it on silent.
The last thing I want to do is create a loud noise.
Something. Yes.
Could you imagine I'm in the theater? Like
theater.
like not movie theater, but like actual theater. Yes.
Like
where
at the
like
opera.
people are like, outraged
with their monocles.
Because in like the theater or movie theater, I could just be like, can it?
Yeah.
At the opera, I could not. I mean, I've never been to an opera, but if I were to go, I would imagine.
When that day comes, she's going to be pissed.
Yeah. So I that's a dumb thing to do. I need to rearrange those. Anywho, that's it.
I am very excited about this article that I want to tell you about because it combines two of my favorite things, which is science and the Beatles.
Oh,
this
cool.
Is super fun.
Those are also two of my favorite things.
Is that true?
I have Beatles lyrics tattooed on me, Suze.
Oh, that's true.
And
I always
science?
forget. No, I know that one.
Okay.
I knew that, but
Right.
I didn't know.
You were questioning the Beatles?
One of your favorite things?
Suze, I walked out to them at my wedding.
All right.
Okay. How many times?
You know what? You're right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's like going to make me like prove my yes.
Okay.
My love.
So scientists wanted to find out about kind of like what makes the perfect pop song.
Oh.
And they found that the Beatles' Obla Di Obla Da it has been declared the most perfect pop song ever written by these scientists. And here's how they figured it out. This is so fun.
Okay.
They had a bunch of people and they analyzed 80,000 different chord progressions. And then they did it with 700 songs that were recorded between 1958 and 1991. And they scored each chord based on how surprising it was. Like if you hear a C chord and then it goes to an E flat, they'll measure like whether it's surprising or predictable. And so then...
Kind of like a joke. Wow. That's great. We love that.
And so chord sequences from 30 of the songs were then played to 39 people. They stripped the lyrics and melody to make the source track unrecognizable. So you're getting the chord progression.
It's crazy that you can do that and make it unrecognizable when you just like tear something down to like, wow, that's cool. I love this.
And then they were rating how enjoyable they found each chord to be. Okay. And then when they were relatively sure of what chord was coming next, they enjoyed being surprised instead. So they liked the surprise chords rather than the ones
like
they could
the
predict.
joke thing.
Yes. So then, so humans derive pleasure from a piece of music just by how sounds are ordered over time. And songs that we find pleasant strike a good balance between us knowing what is going to happen next and surprising us with something we didn't expect. Okay, so Obla Di Obla Da was the closest song the researchers could find to perfection, followed by...
Oh, no diggity.
No, but something similar.
Okay, I can't wait.
Genesis's Invisible Touch.
Oh, you got an invisible... Dun, dun,
and then the next song was Hooked on a Feeling, which I also enjoyed.
I'm hooked on a feeling.
Other songs...
That's a great song.
It is a great song. And other songs that scored well were I Want You Back by the Jackson 5. Oh, great tune.
Amazing.
And UB40's Red Red Wine.
I still don't like that song.
Don't you? I love that one.
I feel like it's overplayed. I don't know.
Really?
It's okay. I mean, maybe if I...
Doesn't do it for you. That's all right.
You know what? But then every time I hear it, I enjoy it. So it's like one of those where I'm like, I don't know why there's something about that song.
She's mumbling to herself.
I know. I'm like singing the song to myself. I'm like, what is it about that I don't really like?
Yeah.
I feel the same way about the song Landslide. I don't like that song. And everybody else is like, and I'm like,
wow.
I know. And it goes again, like, and even the Stevie Nicks, when she sings it, like, there's something about that song. It must have like some negative like memory for me attached to it. Okay, question.
Yeah.
About the music. Mm-hmm. Did they take into consideration the idea of this kind of like the sum of its parts is worth more than whatever that expression is, like how if you break everything down and you just listen to just the chords, mm-hmm. Isn't there something that makes like a perfect pop song about the other stuff that comes in, like the lyrics and who sings it? And I feel like when we're kind of like handing the trophy over to Obla Di Obla Da, but
you're saying you're only considering one ingredient.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think like, I don't know. I don't know if maybe almost like like if there's a dance that goes with the song.
Yeah.
I like that even more.
What? Like Macarena?
No, not that one, but like or like
oh, you mean like hip hop ones?
Sometimes, but even oh God, what's the song from Ferris Bueller's Day Off? It doesn't have a dance that goes with it, but just like the way
Twist and Shout?
Yes. Uh-huh. I would put that. I mean, I feel like I would rate that higher.
Wow.
As a better pop. I mean, I know this is like the science of it and everything, but I just like, whatever. But I just wonder if like what things, like how much influence does the artist, of course that's the same artist, I understand that, it's both the Beatles, but how much influence does an artist have over, and even like the twist. You can take older songs that have like a dance that goes with. I like that. I think it's like fun.
Yeah.
I
just enjoy that by stripping it of the things that make it recognizable. You're creating the control group really, because you're taking away the emotion of like, I love the Beatles, or I love this song because it's about love.
You're
or whatever.
really just looking at the structure,
the way your brain enjoys a chord going from one to the next.
So it's really like the science of the song itself and nothing else. Yeah. Because it's almost like when you say like the greatest pop song, to me, I'm like the greatest pop song, like that takes into consideration like all of the other things that happen like culturally and whatever.
Well, yeah. I like thinking about that too.
Yeah. But this was just straight science.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I think
cool.
It's super fun.
Any other ones on the list? I want to hear.
There was a couple that I didn't know, like Van Halen's, let's see, what is it called? When It's Love, and then the La's There She Goes. I'm not sure of that song. I don't recognize the title.
I don't know either.
Those were the only ones they mentioned. But I watched this documentary called Echo in the Canyon. It was about Laurel Canyon, and when it was like Mamas and the Papas and Crosby, Stills and Nash and all these guys. And
I lived grew up right by there.
You might like it just for that, because they did a
enough.
lot of drone shots, and you recognize the spots and everything. But the thing wasn't great. But what I did like about it was that everybody they talked to, there is not even a debate. The Beatles are treated like the Beatles did this, and they're in this other category, and we're all just trying to create the same magic. Yeah. I like that. I don't want ever to be this conversation like, are they?
No, don't ever say that.
Yeah.
Don't. They're the best.
They are. And I like when all the other experts and musicians they don't even talk. They just, it's implied.
Yes. Oh, so I do love that. And then, I mean, come on. You listen every single Rolling Stones, like greatest, like songs of all time, or best records, or best album. It wasn't the White Album like number one of all time?
Rolling Stone ranked it. Yeah, I think so.
Why you say all like that?
Well, because I thought you were going in a different direction, so I had to recalibrate.
What did you think that? Where did you think I was going to go?
I thought you meant like the most successful album that they had. Like, but then I realized you said Rolling Stone.
Yeah, so like people
and Pet
who are
Sounds
music-y.
was number 2, which is the Beach Boys.
Oh,
But
yes.
although I don't know where Sgt. Pepper ranked, but I love
so good. That's my favorite
album.
Yeah.
By the
Beatles one for sure.
Yeah. I like Abbey Road.
Because the songs are so funny and silly in there.
Yeah. Well, they talk about how, like,
and Norwegian Wood.
Sgt. Pepper came because they were trying to create the same type of sounds as Pet Sounds, which they covered a lot in the documentary. I don't know. It's just a magical time. And it reminded me of how I got into a fight with the daughter of Mama Cass.
Oh.
And I'll tell you about that in a second. But right now, I just want to tell you that I'm sitting real pretty because I have all this beautiful Joybird furniture in my house.
Sitting real pretty on some very affordable and well-made couches.
Joybird is featured in pretty much every picture Sarah and I post from our homes because we love their stuff. We have their couches and their chairs. And my couch is a pull-out, so all my guests get to sleep on it too. I love Joybird because they're super high quality and luxury, but affordable. And you can customize the pieces too. So if you have like a particular fabric or color, you can make that happen. And like Lincoln I probably shouldn't swear in this part.
No, that's fine.
Regardless, Linda.
Sorry, Linda.
He spilled chocolate ice cream on my Joybird couch.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Well, I cleaned it and it came right off, and I was like, "You are so lucky."
Yeah, you definitely got the pet-friendly one. That was a good call.
Yeah, they have pet-friendly, kid-friendly fabrics.
You are so lucky.
You are
That's
so lucky.
funny.
This is Joybird. And you can do a 365-day home trial. Try it out, sleep on it, whatever. If you don't like it, you can return it. Create furniture that matches your own fearless style at joybird.com/braincandy. See how Joybird can help make your dream space a reality today at joybird.com/braincandy. Go to joybird.com/braincandy and receive an exclusive offer for 25% off your first order by using code BRAINCANDY. Mm-hmm. So years ago, like 5-6 years ago, I had done a tweet in which I was describing how Lincoln was eating cookies and like little kids don't have any sense. And so he would be chewing on it and he liked it so much he would keep putting more in there and then you're going to choke to death.
Right.
And
isn't that funny?
The daughter of Mama Cass, whose name is, I can't remember. She liked the tweet. And I thought that was ironic given the mythology about how her mom died.
It wasn't bulimia?
No.
What?
I think it was actually like a heart attack, but on the nightstand next to her was a ham sandwich, and she's notoriously heavy set. And so everyone made jokes all the time about how she choked to death on a ham sandwich. This was like the sort of cruel myth about Cass Elliot.
Yes.
And okay, so she liked that tweet about him stuffing his face with cookies, and the irony struck me. And then privately in Facebook, I did a post and pointed out the irony. I would not do this now.
Yeah.
So then, fast forward.
That's a good story. I'm like, forgot I was on a podcast. I was just like listening. I'm like, yeah, then what? Oh, right. Got it.
I forgot all about it. And then a year later, she was still liking my tweets and stuff, and we became like friendly. And then she friended me on Facebook.
No.
And then she searched her name evidently.
No. Why? No.
Right?
No, this is a nightmare.
So like she sees a post from a year before in which I'm making fun of her dead mom.
Oh no, Susie.
So now, so she messaged me. I was like, really?
Oh no.
And so obviously you do not recover from that. Like you cannot get out of it. So we're no longer friends, but every time I hear their songs, I'm struck by the regret and guilt of being an asshole.
Yeah, why are you getting into Twitter feuds with like odd? Because don't you have another one with the host of
Double Dare?
Double Dare.
Yes, I do.
Mark Summers,
I think. Yes, and I loved how beneath it you wrote, he had it coming.
I know.
And I don't even think you know why we were in a fight.
I just know. I had like 1,000 things that I want, like comments that I wanted to put on there.
I was laughing because I'm like, she's got my back and she doesn't even know.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, we'll take him down.
Yeah, I'll tell that story another time.
Yeah, I want I'll take the physical challenge.
Right?
Isn't that from that show?
I don't think he's a nice person.
Oh, okay.
This is my theory.
Well, that'll be a fun conversation later.
Yes, we'll save that.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. This is one of those articles where, like you said, it's a duh. We know that already.
Yep.
They found that, this was on NPR, they found that the brain activity amongst boys and girls doing math is indistinguishable from each other.
excuse me, Ernst and Young people.
Ernst and Young.
Isn't that what?
Yeah.
I just want to put this on your desk.
Yeah.
Feel free to read it at your convenience.
They didn't pick up any pancake activity or waffle activity from either boys or girls.
Oh my God. Oh.
So that's encouraging
episode.
because that means biologically or anatomically, we are equally programmed to process numbers and abstract formulations. And we should keep encouraging our girls to stay in the STEM fields.
Yes, and from like the get-go.
Right.
Man, that's like, because that just creates such a ripple effect. Just that little bit of knowledge. If you can understand that, then you have to look at why we perceive girls as being, worse or guys as better in that category. And then really look at how people are, so like the socialization of these kids and like what messages they're given, because that is the influence, that default and there's all these studies about when you like tell a woman that you give like the same test to, and I look at my, I was going to say notes, but not like I'm on the research team for this. It's like, I don't know what notes I'm referring to.
Your files.
Right, look for my files. But when you like give guys and girls the same test, and you tell them that there is an advantage for women in like the way the math is, like the math they're doing.
Oh, right.
Women have an advantage.
Yeah.
They will do better.
Yeah.
But if you give them the exact same test and the same questions and just say, here you go, here's the math test, the women will do worse and the men will do better.
Yeah.
It's all in our heads.
Yeah. It's very frustrating.
Really frustrating.
And I don't see a lot of progress. And the thing that burns me up, sorry, I just kicked you. Right. The thing that burns me up is that, what was I going to say? Man, I hate when that happens
to me. That's been happening to me a lot lately. So what's going on? I blame Mercury being in retrograde.
Wait, I'm pausing until I think of it. I can't remember, you guys.
Well,
we sat there for a long time.
Yeah, that was fun, though.
It wasn't fun.
Well, not for you. I get that. It'll come to you like
this
in
is why
5
they
minutes.
think women's brains suck.
No, men do this too. Well,
they
and also,
do not.
This is a result of the pancaking.
Why?
Because we have 1,000 thoughts in there about a billion different subjects. And if we compartmentalized it and we're like, we are just focused on, we wouldn't have a good podcast if we did that.
Yeah. All right. That's a silver lining.
Yeah. We're fine.
But
Everybody's fine. Everybody's great.
We do struggle with this stereotype that men are more equipped to handle that, any of the STEM jobs.
Yeah. Ugh.
I mean, that ain't going away.
The only thing that I will say is don't you feel like when it comes to being, and I think when we read the book Range by David Epstein for the book club, that it really made me think about how it's my feeling that women are better at kind of having that range. And this is like a sweeping generalization. Like, and this is only my own opinion. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to being really focused and narrowed in on one specific subject, that seems to be in line with more of like a male.
Well, speaking to that point, they do point out in the article that as adults, older people that have like super high capacity for these fields tend to be men.
Yes.
So it might be because of what you're saying, whatever that is.
Yeah. And there's this, and we kind of, but then if we kind of go back with that, I wonder, do we allow men and boys to be fixated on one thing? And kind of that's their focus. And you think, oh, the little boy likes dinosaurs. He's all about dinosaurs. And we encourage more of a range. Like the little boy who loves dinosaurs and doesn't want to socialize with any other kids and doesn't want to, do anything but that, we kind of give him a pass because, I don't know, sitting down and having a tea party is not really in It's like now little boys do or whatever. But if you had a little girl who maybe showed some of the signs of being really fixed on one subject, I think there's a little more push to like socialize that child or broaden her skill set or just expose her to, or she just has to because that's real.
I think that's especially true with regards to the ways that we teach kids how to interact with adults too. Like, boys, you tend to accept that they're going to just want to talk about that one thing.
Correct. And we feed into it and then we're like, ooh, look how passionate they are. But when the little girl's thing is like,
if a girl were to be fixated on some random topic, like the way we often see with dinosaurs and Pokemon or whatever, I think people would be like, she's weird.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like,
and they'd want to go play with your girl, go like little friends, go. They'd encourage more social, right?
I think so.
I
but
think
this
so
is
too.
all anecdotal.
Right. This is totally just us kind
observing.
of brainstorming and observing. Yeah. But I think there's something. So like that's. And so I wonder if that maybe, and I don't think it's, and I think this goes back to what you were saying about like doing things like, I'm whatever. I don't think we should be teaching the girls or like, giving the girls the pass too and letting them be as fixated and like focused on one thing and like completely ignore social, whatever norms. Yeah. I think we should encourage more socialization and connection from the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're really into dinosaurs, but let's put that down and come like...
Yes. I'm all for that, believe me.
I think so.
Another thing I'm in favor of is using OpenFit as a way to work out.
Oh, I've been doing it 10-minute abs last night.
How'd it feel?
Yeah.
Are you sore?
I am sore, and the funniest part was I forgot that I did it, and this morning I coughed, and I was like... What's... Oh.
Yeah, get back in the saddle.
Yeah. And, oh my gosh, I'm just going to do the ad right now for it.
Okay.
Did you know that they have... I didn't even know this. In the evenings, so fun. Morning and evening, hop on there. Probably lunchtime too. Because they have live classes that you can join with your camera. She said my name!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was like, hi, welcome, Sarah. We're about halfway through class, but you could join us and we'll have another one like right after. So I did 5 minutes of one and then 10 of another. So really I did 15-minute abs.
That's cool because I'm sure that was encouraging.
It was. I kept, and then I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I totally because I was like, she's watching. I gotta do this. I love it.
That's great.
And I didn't even know that was a feature.
Well, and I like that you can still get that personal effect without actually having to go to the gym.
And you could turn the camera off, which I did. As soon as she said my name, I was like, I was like, camera off.
Sarah has weirdness about that anyway, even separately.
I do.
But I like that it's affordable. You don't have to pay a gym membership, but you get that sense of variety. You can try different videos, whatever is you're into. And as Sarah said, you can do it in 10 minutes a day if you want.
They even have 5-minute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Just dip your toe in.
Just 5 minutes. Come on.
It's fine. You'll feel better.
Yes,
just having done that. OpenFit changed the way I work out, and texting our code BRAINCANDY to 303030, you can join us on our fitness journey, personalized just for you. Right now, during the OpenFit 30-day challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to OpenFit when you text BRAINCANDY to 303030. You get full access to OpenFit. All the workouts and nutrition information totally free. Again, just text Brain Candy to 303030. Standard message and data rates may apply. Everyone knows that.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. And also, it's all included most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Is anybody paying per minute again?
No, I guess some people.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Next up on my little list of things I want to talk to Sarah about. Oh, I went to the Olive Garden. I wanted to tell you about that.
Oh my gosh, you get unlimited breadsticks or what?
Or what? I did. I only bring it up to say that it's really fascinating to revisit somewhere that you grew up, like going to or whatever, but you haven't been to in ages.
Yes.
And then you wonder, did they change or did I change?
This is the Helvetica movie all over again.
Right.
Do I even like this?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
what do you
just
think?
Funny. I mean, it was fun. I'm glad I went.
Right.
And,
and if the Olive Garden wants to sponsor us.
I just was reminiscing. I made Adam take me, and I'm like, I used to go here on dates in high school, it was kind of like a fancy date back then. So I was reminiscing about those moments. It was cute, but...
What'd you order?
I got soup salad and breadsticks.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing. I should have just said it. When I said, how'd you feel about the breadsticks? I was going to say, how'd you feel about the soup salad and breadsticks? Because I knew you were going to get that.
It was yummy. I mean, yeah, nothing wrong with it.
I've only been there one time.
Oh, right. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. On principle, though, or just because it wasn't in your repertoire?
No, I've always kind of probably wasn't in my repertoire. Like,
yeah. People
when
get
I grew
into
up,
habits.
and when I have a mom who lived in Italy for 12 years.
Gosh, she's never going there.
Never! Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't tell her that I went to the
oh my God.
She would she gets mad
Sacrilege.
when she hears the names of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and we're not pronouncing them correctly. And the correctly is in air quotes because this is her version. I had a lot of people who wrote to me afterwards and they were like, she is correct on those pronunciation things.
God.
And so.
Wow, she's got a fan base.
Yeah.
Well, I do like also that they say when you're there, your family. Although I will push back on that because on the door it said we will be closed on Thanksgiving so our staff can have time with their family. I'm like, fuck that! I am your family, bitch.
Come on.
I was like, I'm starting to poke holes in your
That's
little,
hilarious. Don't
slogan.
you it'll be like a teeny tiny turkey sandwich between that piece of breadstick. Just like a real thin one. Just use the Olive Garden breadsticks.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't. It'd be so good. I don't know why I'm so fixated on their breadsticks right now.
Because they're yummy.
Oh, they are.
They are.
I mean, that's what I remember. It's and then I was at a time in my life where I'm yes, I'll have another basket.
For sure.
And I could not say no to.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember so much about that time.
Okay,
Weird.
This is the question for you.
Yeah.
Have you heard about these tech bros that do dopamine fasts?
Oh, okay. So a dopamine fast.
Where you avoid...
Yeah. I mean, I get what they're trying to do.
Do you have an opinion about it?
Yeah, I don't think that it worked. I don't think... And I think abstaining would have negative consequences on the other side where it may change your here's the thing is that we have almost fixed levels of happiness. There's this thing called what's it called, the hedonic treadmill, where no matter how much we try, we usually end up back at our base level of happiness, and you can do things to raise those that are practice gratitude and journal and do nice things for others and visualize the best version of your future self. But I don't think still being not this seems like a quick fix, and they're trying to outsmart emotions and outsmart stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now you go.
Well, so the premise is that they will avoid any stimulation, including books, music, podcasts, really anything, sometimes even conversations.
There are negative. This is stupid. Okay. Now I'm mad at them.
But it's not for long periods. According to this, it's a day or two.
Okay.
To reset.
Yeah.
Because of the way that we're sort of hyperstimulated by constant entertainment, which I get that.
I get that, but that's different.
Okay.
Because you can also say, what does it do negatively when you do not get physical touch for 48 hours? Not good things.
Okay.
The opposite.
Okay.
You can go back 3 episodes, listen to what I was saying about hugs.
Yeah. So you don't think a
that.
break from it can ever be advantageous?
I think they have to be more specific about what they're taking a break from. And I think it's one of those things where, you have symptoms, so rather than just trying one thing at a time, you take every single pill to cure it, and then, you're cured, but you have no idea what did it. And so I think they need to look at, what the benefits are, because I think long-term there could be some consequences to their social connections, which in turn will be big-time consequences to their health, because that's the best predictor of health.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's
Tell me more about what they do.
Well,
so they go for what?
It became a thing because some woman tweeted about how she ran into a friend who happened to be one of the tech bros, and that he cut their conversation short because he was doing a dopamine fast. But then it started this sort of...
I'm done. This is stupid.
I feel like you're me right now.
I'm so mad at this, especially because what that's doing to her. Mm-hmm. So your dopamine fast is now making her have feelings of, hopefully she's a self-aware enough person to understand that this is your thing, tech bro, and she doesn't internalize this as some message of like rejection of like, well, man, was I not funny enough? Was I not? Because if she didn't have that explanation, that's kind of what it would feel like. You'd go around being like, did I do something? Did I say something wrong? What? And kind of like internalize that.
Yeah.
And for somebody to be that, I feel like it's selfish. Because furthermore, the things, dopamine, and it's one of the two can only be created. I think it's serotonin that can only be like created, stimulated by like interaction with something else. Like somebody else's positive reinforcement of you, what you're doing creates that reaction.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's just serotonin. So like dopamine levels you can kind of like control with like working out or whatever. But I don't think that like taking away from somebody else's ability to boost their own levels of good stuff. And in a way, he's taking away from like the serotonin.
Well, that's the thing. Human connection.
Show me your research. There are holes in this. I don't like these guys.
So they would claim that it's based upon ancient
I'm already annoyed.
meditation practices, but you're using something old to describe something that's highly tech related.
Yes.
I mean, what they're saying is that screen time and stuff like that is affecting their chemicals.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just stop. You know what? Go outside and take a walk.
Well, that's allowed on the fast. They allow taking a walk, writing with a pen and paper.
Okay.
There were a couple more, but none of them sounded fun. But I thought, well, why? Why did they let me take a walk?
This. I don't like. This is dumb. It's the same. I put it in the same category of guys who are like, oh, I'm going to create this like one. I have too much time. I don't have enough time to do like even eat. So I'm going to create the perfect nutritional shake where I can have everything I need, and I'll live off this for the rest of my life. Yeah.
I just saw
Check
a
on that
headline
guy.
about that. Did you see that?
And because this stuff has like been around and it goes through like,
yeah,
you know, they're like kind of ebbs and flows in popularity and,
right.
You know.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea.
And they're like, they're just trading out their Mountain Dews and flaming hot Cheetos for something else and then like calling it, oh, well, it's science. Look at all the research. I'm like, come on. It's the same habits and they're unhealthy habits. And I don't think anything that encourages like that. And I understand what they're saying. Yes, if you look at like monks who meditated in isolation, but what they're doing during those times of isolation is so focused, is so like intentional.
Yeah.
These guys are just like in their Teslas cruising around Palo Alto and don't want to talk to mom on the phone.
Yes.
That's like, I don't want to have a conversation with this chick who makes him feel uncomfortable anyways because he's socially awkward.
For me, the subtext
yes,
here,
that's exactly it.
Yeah, is that a lot of these tech bros are different in certain ways, especially socially. But speaking of men, we need to talk about the package that we recently received from Manscaped.
Yeah. Hey, in there was a pair of they are men's underwear. But I wear them, and I love them. And those briefs are so comfy.
That's so great.
They're a little roomy in the front, but that's fine. I sleep in them. They're like perfect for like yoga and like.
Wow,
I don't wear them out to
hoot.
yoga, but I do. And I just like that it says Manscaped across the
Well,
belt.
Manscaped is super cool. They have really fun products. Did you just see like the ball cleaner?
Absolutely.
And we were saying
how the whole time.
We were so happy that they're finally making products that are for actual men.
This is like such a good Christmas present for every dude you know.
Yeah, because you know how like we have a million products, ladies. And my husband has been washing his entire body with shampoo his entire life.
Because I took a shower in that shower once and I was like, I think I use this everywhere. Yeah. Because I was like, there's only one thing. I'll use it on everything.
So here's a scoop. Manscaped makes a ton of products that are great for the man in your life or you. And they have for example, an electric trimmer that's called the Lawnmower 2.0, and it has skin-safe technology, so it won't nick your nuts. And it's waterproof, so you can take it in the shower. You won't get a mess on the bathroom floor or in the sink or whatever. And all the products that they have are great in terms of smell. They smell super good, and it's just a great gift, too, because guys are hard to buy for. And this will benefit you, too. So you can get 20% off and free shipping with code BRAINCANDY at manscaped.com. It's a perfect gift for you and your man. Trust me, he will thank you. Again, that's 20% off and free shipping with code BRAINCANDY at manscaped.com. 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code BRAINCANDY. Naughty or nice, this is the number one gift on Santa's list. Hop on the trending sled today. Okay. Any hoodles. Do you want to hear about a mutinous cat put in solitary confinement or animated costume designers?
Well, the mutant cat.
Not a mutant cat.
Oh.
Mutinous, like mutiny.
Oh.
That's even funnier, though.
In my head, I was like, a mutant cat? I was like, superheroes are right around the corner. This is what the tech site guys should be focused on.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Mutinous, like mutiny, because this cat was in a shelter, or is in a shelter, and was one of those cats that's like real good at getting out and stuff.
An escaper.
Yeah, and he would let all of his cat friends out.
Oh, I love this.
And they would like throw parties every night.
I'm always reminded of Oliver and Company, the Disney movie.
Yes.
And that's kind of what it feels like to me.
All those. Like, there's those other ones. I don't know if it's Secret Life of Pets, I guess, where they all communicate and they yell to each other.
I love it.
Anytime the animals communicate with one another, I'm kind of freaked out, but also delighted.
And they do, like, in real life.
Do you think?
Tell
me what you think.
I have absolutely seen animals communicate to each other in real life.
Dogs, like?
Yes.
And what do you think they say?
It's almost like, you know what? I think animals. This is like totally
I'm still
a
laughing
tangent.
about the mutant.
Right. I thought and you should have seen the picture that I had in my head.
So happy.
He had like really like scruffy whiskers and like, when they like draw in cartoons and they look a little crazy and they'll just have like one missing eye, but it'll put like an X over the eye, like on the cartoon, and like that's kind of what I was picturing, and something amazing. Like that, like real, like missing hair and clumps, and it's like real crazy, had like that, had like one like eye that was kind of twitchy a little, like that's what I was picturing. It was totally different, but okay, so yes, animals communicating.
Yeah, what do you think the dogs say to each other?
I think it's more like an energy that they give off, because like sometimes, my mom always would say this when I was trying to train Sigmund or even Bo, that she was like, you got to get into the right energy. You got to have the commanding like energy and tell the dog what, and you could do it without even telling them. Yeah. You just get in that space and they will somehow pick up what you're saying. But if you're not in that space, oh my God, the dog's never going to do what you want them to do. And I really saw the difference, especially with Sigmund in that. But
I'm sure anyone with a dog would agree with you.
Yeah. You can like, it's like, are you asking the dog or are you telling the dog? Because if you're asking, he's going to be like, no, I don't need to do that. Yeah. So,
no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's what Lincoln kept saying. We kept being like, do you want to go do this thing that it's a rhetorical question? Yes. And he'd be like, no, I'm good. I should rephrase that.
Yes. Yeah, we're doing this thing now.
Right.
Come with me.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that kind of energy, like animals can feel it. Mm-hmm. And
they'll be like, come on, let's go.
They know when one's naughty.
And do they team up or just do they point the finger at the other one?
I think it could be either or. But I've seen dogs point the finger. I've seen my mom has sent me some funny videos of like one dog who just like, I don't know, tore something up. And the other dog who definitely was like...
I saw that in the backyard with the pillow or something.
It was him. It was definitely him. He did it. Not me.
I saw that.
So I love when they throw each other under the bus. That's always funny. Or... I think in between species, like they definitely do. Yeah. They always look like they're like plotting and planning. And my mom had monkeys that roamed free at her other house, and not like pets. They were wild monkeys that would come by. She lived on top of the hill in Costa Rica, and they just knew that she always like would feed the cows her like, you know, melon rinds when she made smoothies and stuff, or like, you know, whatever extra stuff. And the monkeys would come around and like be really mad if she wasn't out there with the food. They'd like start getting angry and like throwing things. And I've 100% seen them work together to open doors to.
Yeah, that's what this cat was doing, was like jumping up and opening the handle on the door miraculously. And so they had to put it in solitary confinement for a while until they like cat-proofed the area.
Oh, now I'm picturing this same mutant cat in like a striped or orange like jumpsuit. Like he's playing a harmonica leaning against the side of the cage, knowing he's in there for life.
Right. He's singing the blues.
Yep. He sees new people come in and he's like, I remember when I first got here. Locked me up after escaping 4 times. Like something like that. He's got tails.
Yeah, I can see this.
Yeah.
Well, and everyone wants to adopt this cat, but then the writer of the article was like,
no,
maybe you didn't hear what the cat is capable of, and has absolutely no remorse.
People are like, try me.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny.
It is funny how like we read these stories and then we want the cat, even though
it's great.
Well,
I'm glad that this
too.
Is like that car thing. That story you shared about the car that was sold for, and we got to like totally do that because I'm into it.
Now I'm going to tell you about the animated costume designers.
Yeah, please.
This is so fun because in animation,
all the fun and no budget. Like you don't have to worry about actually like.
Well, that's true.
You know, pricking your finger with a needle.
Yeah, back in the day, like during the Cinderella era, you know, that was all painstaking artistry where they would have to draw each individual slide and color each one, and so the dress is not really adorned as you would see now.
Yeah, that's true. And they instead made it like a glow. You know, that kind of cartoon. Because like that like was probably... Sheen. And they did that overlay. You know, it's like that clear... That's it. Ooh, never thought about that. Yeah. Already love this story. Continue.
But thanks to technology now, it's a lot easier. It takes just moments to add whatever you want. And so the designs are so intricate now. In particular, they focused in the article in New York Times about Frozen and the beautiful... details on Anna and Elsa's garments.
They're like embroidery.
Yeah.
Wow.
And bedazzles, and they're just festooned with all sorts of stuff, which is fun. And they changed the title of these people who are creating that. It used to be like character design or something. But then they couldn't be nominated for costume design awards.
Oh, I just got chills everywhere.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah.
Why do I love this? Like, for real, have like a reaction to that.
I don't know, but it's
This
fun.
is really cool.
Yeah, so now they changed it so they're called costume designers, and so now they can win awards for their artistry, which is so great.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were describing the process and just how much thought and detail goes into each thing. And they were talking about the next Frozen movie, which is, 3 or 4 years, they've aged the girls 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And they decided Anna couldn't have those braids anymore because they were too youthful. And so the costume designer is just, in charge of hair. So they tried these different looks, and then they put her hair down, and they went with that. But it's set in the fall. Yeah. And so they were trying to figure out how to make Elsa's, like, cool tones, that blue and icy white with fall look. So it's like all these... They just try all these different looks.
That's cool.
It's just funny.
Yeah, I'm going to see some
it.
navy blues, I can imagine, with some, paired with some tan.
They tried to, do the earth tone look, but they were just, that's not work. Elsa.
Right. Yeah, because she's, icy and frozen. And, I've actually never really seen the full movie.
Why? You don't like it?
No, I just never really sat down and had the opportunity.
But, Sarah, that's not like you.
I know. Is this
so
when
I
have
feel
to,
like... No, I just feel like there must be a reason.
No, because I did see half of it, and I really liked what I saw. I saw the end and everything. I just didn't see the beginning. But no, it was good. I don't know why. Regular Disney just doesn't do the same thing as Pixar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know why.
But Moana, you freaking loved.
Oh, I know. That's
we know.
No, was it Moana? Oh, Moana is regular Disney. Yeah, I love that. No, I don't know. I think maybe it's just like, oh, you know what? When I went to see some other Disney movie, maybe it was Moana, but whatever movie played, no, it must have been Toy Story 4. It was Toy Story 4 because they played a Disney short before it that they ended up pulling from the theaters. It was so bad. It was so culturally tone the diversity issues in it. It was so tone deaf. It was like it was cringeworthy, and they ended up pulling it from because so many people were like, "What the hell was that?"
And so it turned you off.
It was like Olaf's something.
Oh yeah, I remember
you know what
that.
I mean?
Yeah. The Olaf short.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't like this.
Wow.
So I think that did it for me because I hadn't seen it before then.
Gosh.
And I was just like, no, pass. I don't need to. I haven't gone out of my way, and there's been other things that I've watched.
I wasn't into Frozen, but man, a lot of girls really liked that.
I think you take the princess, trope or whatever, and then you add the, girls can do, yay, girl power kind of thing.
Math.
Yeah, right, exactly. You add the girl power kind of thing, and the, everything you need comes with friendship and connection and all that good stuff. And the princess thing, I think that's I think little girls were going to love it.
Maybe it was just that song though. What's that lady's name that sings it? Adina Menzel,
yes,
or whatever.
I was gonna say something.
Guarantee you, I got it wrong.
So I was like
John Travolta.
Elsa,
did.
what? Elsa, what? John Travolta.
Remember when he bungled it?
Yeah,
and he called her
that?
Hadim Badog.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Show. But yeah, that song might have been the kicker.
Yeah, that might be it.
Good God, they played that all the time.
They sure did, but the kids were singing it.
I just love that there's so much thought that goes into the clothes and the character development of not real people even.
It kind of makes me think that the movies it's going to be hard to tell which is which, You
mean what's real?
Yeah, and there will be a time where...
That's already those deep fakes or whatever they call that?
Yeah, I already feel like that. And it would be the same kind of costume designer who would do all those, costumes for that kind of stuff.
Yikes.
Our animation technology or whatever is so good now that you have to almost intentionally make something look cartoony and it's almost like a classic style, because if you just use the latest and greatest.
I was reading that I forget which director,
real stuff.
If it was Martin Scorsese.
It's not for kids anymore.
No, I think it was James Cameron. Whoever was saying that he wasn't going to use whatever some movies are using that gives it that very real look.
Yes, I totally know what it's like. It makes it more.
Some people call it the soap opera effect. Yeah.
I can't. Oh my gosh! Yes. I was about to take a sip of my drink. I had to put it down because when we switched to when everyone switched to from regular to HD, I couldn't get used to it. I was like, what? Did I just get used to it, or did TV stop looking like?
Some of them don't do it.
They don't do it because. I was like, it looks like it's too, I don't like it. And then the commercials that are on during football games are always like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does it feel like he's in my living room?
Well, and that's what they said. The director said that sometimes it creates the feeling when you're watching a film that it kind of looks like you're at a play. Yeah. You're watching a play, and it's too close.
It is.
And the irony is that in order for it to feel real, it almost has to be distant.
Yes.
Which seems counterintuitive.
It's puppets with little kids, how they can't talk about what happened to them. It's so subtle. It's like we are all still doing the same stuff, and we're all still and so we use puppets, and then the kid's able to connect better, because it's too close and too personal, but they can have the characters talk about it, and I think in a little bit of a way that helps us kind of
so strange
create this space so
and
that we can then process
emotionally
or
connected.
Yes, correct.
because there's distance.
Yes.
That's weird, man.
I know. Because we're really like, yes. Oh, my God. We can spend an entire episode unpacking just that.
All right. Well, we got to go, though. Okay. Remember when I couldn't think of what I was going to say and I still haven't? Usually you think of it later.
Yeah, but we were like talking about like broad topics.
All
It wasn't
right,
like
Sarah.
one word that you couldn't think of. It was just like an idea. And I've done that a million times on here. So it's about time.
Thanks.
Still the smartest person I know.
Love you. Bye. This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.